My mission is to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. Failure does not exist in a positive mind. Stay optimistic.
Greetings and peace be unto you. This is the Inspiration Show entitled What Really Matters. So, interesting. I didn't really have much content to talk about because now, if you're not aware already, I'm doing not just my show, I'm doing a collaboration show with 3 other people from around the globe, well, from around the states. One of us is in Texas, one person in California, and another person in Pennsylvania. So, a lot's been going on this whole week, though. Got a lot. And I'm going to try to squeeze it all into 15-20 minute mark because I don't want to drag it on. I got another thing to do tomorrow. And, that's probably going to be about a half an hour. That's going to be all 4 of us. And I don't want to waste everything now. So my first thing I want to get on is I've been reading, sometimes I'll be on the Instagram and Facebook and all these places, all these platforms, and I low ride. If you remember what that is, that's a kind of an older word, but means you just hang around and you just watch and listen. I like to do that. You learn a lot doing things that way. Instead of always making comments, always going back and forth with people. You let people dig their own graves. You'd be surprised how much ignorant stuff people say, and you don't have to even respond. You can just be like, all right, I got you. I got you, big guy. Well, I got you, girl. I got you, sis. Straight. So, I saw this online, and I'm going to read it. I'm also post it, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, people are upset at stores with signs that say mask only. Now imagine how that felt when it said whites only. Now, the funny thing about it is, I don't know who the original person was that posted this, but the person I read this from, they clearly were not around. I wasn't around when they had the whites only signs and stuff like that. And people, we need to get away from that mess. We got to. We are dragging ourselves backwards. Those days are gone. They're gone. Do you really want them to come back? Do you want to bring those types of days back? There was nothing good about those days. Nothing. This group that's out, the militant black group, when the guy said, they want land for themselves with strictly black people. I don't want that. That's not America. And that's not the world. That's not how we do things. Who wants that? Growing up, at one point, I had said to myself, I could never see myself with a woman of another color. Believe it or not. Yeah. I was like, nah, I gotta be a black girl. Gotta be a sister. All this other junk, right? But honestly, then are you really being real, or are you just dealing with race? What does your heart say? So you're saying to yourself, you can't fall in love with somebody that's white? That your heart can't be for somebody that's white or somebody that's Hispanic, Asian, or whatever? That's not love. That's dumb. That's really dumb. Got this piece of hair in my eye. I don't know what's going on. So, the song Eve made a long time ago, Love is Blind. And real love is blind. It's not black. It's not white. It's not Asian. It's not Hispanic. It's blind. Like justice is supposed to be blind. But even that is being tainted lately now. Even justice is not quote unquote blind. Justice is whatever the narrative is that they're pushing. That's what justice is now. So anyway, that's one line, right? Which I said basically, I think that's the most retarded thing I've ever read. One of the most retarded things. But then up next, okay, people say kneeling is disrespectful to those serving our country. I serve the country, and I think it's disrespectful. That's my opinion. I don't feel that you kneeling while the national anthem is being played is showing respect to the flag. That's my opinion. There's other veterans that disagree with me, but I don't feel that is saluting the flag on your knees. I don't. And then like the whole Kaepernick kneeling for police brutality and all that. Nah. You know, and then I've heard, oh, but it was a veteran that told him to do that. No, the veteran didn't tell him to take it where he took it. Because he didn't know what Kaepernick was actually going to do with that. He took it a whole nother left. So it was not exactly what, that was not the intention. Straight up. And kneeling is a sign of weakness. Just my opinion. I know you kneel on one knee when you propose, but that is not weakness. That is sort of submission. It's different. But kneeling, especially when these police was out here kneeling to people in the street. So why you down there kneeling? Why don't you hand me your gun? Just per se. I mean, yeah, you already shown me your weakness. You kneeling down. Why are you kneeling? Or when people were saying, white people running around talking about I'm sorry and all this other junk. White people shining black people's shoes. I don't want that. I don't want none of that. You have that. That's sucker stuff. I don't want that. You know? And you're gonna victimize yourself at my expense? Why? For what? So let me finish reading this. So it says, people say kneeling is disrespectful to those serving our country. You know what's really disrespectful? Excuse me. Having a soldier be sexually assaulted, go missing on base, emptying her bunker like she never existed, and refusing to conduct an actual investigation. Then it says Vanessa Guillen, the female soldier who was killed, which was horrible. Horrible act. I'm going to also post that too, I just read. Horrible act. Horrible. But what do those two have to do with each other? I don't see the connection. Oh, so you're saying, I guess, police brutality mixed in with this? I don't see the connection with that either. There's no connection. What happened to her was horrible. It's just as horrible as anything that's happened to a person. Notice I ain't have to mention anybody. But while we on it though, how about all these murders lately that's been going on? All these shootings and everything else. New York is straight up, I'm gonna quote you Hassan Camp, who? Gotham City. Gotham City. When he said that, when I heard him say that, that was right on the money. Cause that's exactly what it is now. New York is Gotham City with no Batman in sight. Ain't no Batman. But we got all the villains. All the villains, the Riddler, the Penguin, and all these other cats, they here. They running around rampant and they doing whatever they want to do. They here. Who's gonna stop it? The mayor? Nah, not the mayor. And why can't he stop it or do anything about it? Because he's too busy painting on the ground. He out here painting Black Lives Matter. Yeah, somebody called me while I was online. I thought I turned this thing off so I could just talk. So what was it at? Okay, yeah, diblasio. So instead of diblasio being an actual mayor and bossing up and handling the mess, handling the situation that's going on here in New York, oh, he's out there painting, playing with paint, basically, and pretty much exercising his feminine rights, like having female emotions because he's got a little riff-raff with President Trump. They ain't our business. The people of New York have nothing to do with your personal riff with the president. Y'all take that over there somewhere. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Nor do we care. All we want you to do is be the mayor. Be the mayor. Got cut off again. I got this, I don't know, Facebook Messenger calling me, guy call me. It's like, if you have my personal phone number, just call me. All that messenger calling and Instagram calling, you gotta do all that. Call my phone. I'll pick that up if I ain't busy. If I'm busy, I'll call you back. All right? Little FYI out there. So, de Blasio out here painting Black Lives Matter with Al Sharpton. They all masked up. And they in front of Trump Tower. I'm going to put the little video up on that too. So, they out there, they got time to be painting. And people out here dying. So, like, Al Sharpton, why you ain't out here handling some of this mess going on out here with all these black people getting killed, little kids getting killed? I can't even keep up with all different murders. The last one just happened, I think, was the father walking with his daughter and got killed. I think something else happened after that. I don't even remember. Like, it's so much. It's starting to seem like every single day now that someone is getting killed. And they ain't getting killed by the cops. So, come on. Ridiculous. Let me see this thing I wanted to read. Okay, here it is. The New York City Mayor, Mayor diblasio, who has called for defunding the New York police, whose city has seen a surge in crime, is angry that Trump has not given him the money he's asked for. Going as far as calling the president a hypocrite. You know what this seems like to me? You know how, like, you got a couple that's fighting and she asking for her Gucci bag and, you know, the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, he's like, babe, I got other things to do. I got real missions to accomplish. I got work to do or whatever like that. I ain't got time to be spending money on a Gucci bag. And so she gets a riff and gets a fit and says, all right, I'm going to slash his tires, you know, set the house on fire, throw his Jordans out the window, all that type of stuff. You know, and that's what I'm interpreting here from Bill de Blasio. He is basically being a woman. And I don't even want to disrespect women like that because he's being worse than a woman. Come on. All these people do is gimme, gimme, gimme. He ain't putting in no progress. He not putting in no work. Here's another thing. So here's about the money, actually. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio trolls Trump Tower, but asks for $7.4 billion to bail out his failing policies. You just defunded the police, if I'm correct, for $1 billion, right? What did you do with that money? The people want to know, what did you do with that money? Since you defunded the police and you said you're going to get us all this help, social services or whatever the heck you talking about, what you're going to do for the city, you look like you ain't did nothing from what I see. And crime and everything is on the rise. So, can you get a couple of social workers out there to handle that? Or something like that? Because since you ain't got the cops, somebody got to go handle that. Or you and I, Short, are going to go down there and handle that by ourselves. You know, tell me something. Now, I have the video on that. All right, cool. So now, but anyway, look, I expect nothing out of those two guys. Not so much Sharpton. I know Sharpton's game already. Those of you that are younger than about, I say 30, you don't know the real Al Sharpton. If you ain't know Al Sharpton when Al Sharpton was like 800 pounds, then you don't know Al Sharpton. You know this Al Sharpton, the slim one. You know what? I tell you what though, whether he was big or the way he is now, he still has the same game. He still got the same slick game. Ain't nothing changed about Sharpton. Same guy. Only thing changed on him was his suits. That's about it. And his weight. But it's the same slick game. Same slick game. You want to challenge yourself? Look him up. And don't just look him up 5 years ago. Go all the way back. All the way back. Go back to when he first started out and get the true understanding of Al Sharpton and his whole game and his whole agenda. And then you will understand why some of us that are of the black color complexion, why we won't trust him. Why we don't trust him. We don't deal with him. You know? Most people that deal with him either just tolerate him, like myself. I just tolerate him. I got no personal thing with him. But I know what he's about. You know? So, most of the people like me, we tolerate him. We just pay him to my eyes. He's over there. No big deal to me. But then you have people that straight up go hard for him. I mean, they ride for him like the Lone Ranger and Tonto. They ride, like that. So now my other thing here I want to get at, this situation with Goya, and how conveniently it happened right here this week while I had all these other things to talk about, which I just did. But then here comes Goya. So I was like, well, I can't leave that out. I got to throw that in there too. Because what's going on? Y'all people are losing your minds out here. People are grouping together now talking about, let's boycott Goya. So, let me see. First, we was talking about Quick Oats, saying Quick ain't no good or whatever, Well, I don't even know about first. That was like one of the previous talk. Quaker Oats, then Uncle Ben's, then Aunt Jemima. Actually, I'm going to put a picture up too with Aunt Jemima. I saw a picture that had her, that depicted her with pancakes in one hand. She had a smile on her face. And I'm going to say allegedly what appeared to be a shackle on one leg to a table. So basically, I guess it's supposed to say that she's a slave in the kitchen making pancakes with a smile. Not saying it can't happen, but I'm going to tell you how I get down. If you don't know already, you new to this channel, I don't believe everything I see. I don't believe everything I hear. And I don't believe everything I read. But I try to see deeper. I try to listen harder. And I try to read more. And read everything more for understanding. Not just the first thing you see when you go on the net. Or the second thing. Maybe like the first 10 things. Because that's how bad it is today. We got technology today. As opposed to when I grew up, when you want to find information out, you got to go to the library and do real research. You got to pull out like 5 books on one subject and go through those books. And you can't even skim through them because you got to find out what you're looking for first. So you got the indexes and stuff like that to help you. But now, all you got to do is look in your phone. And guess what? With all the technology, people are still dumb. Because nobody wants to go and really look deeper and find out the real answers for themselves. The first thing that comes up, they're like, you go with it. That's it. And you can't do that with everything. You really can't. Especially nowadays. Because just as much as technology is getting better and people are getting smarter, so to speak, the people or the workers of iniquity are also getting smarter. So now they feel like, all right, I know this guy's going to look something up. So let me not make the answer he's looking for be right there, because that's too easy. Got to put it down a little bit, maybe like underneath about 3 or 4 different stories, and then he'll figure it out. Something like that. Anyways, so Goya, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to also put this up. Trump signs an executive order to expand school choice for Hispanic students. All right? On Thursday, President Trump signed an executive order establishing the White House Hispanic Prosperity Initiative, a move that the administration says will improve access to Latinos. Says it will improve access Latinos have to educational and economic opportunities. In his speech in the White House Rose Garden before signing the order, Trump touted the initiative as expanding school choice for Hispanics and one that would improve access to charter schools for students. The initiative is also meant to create more career pathways for Hispanic students, as well as boost investment in economically distressed communities, including opportunity zones, and offer more economic opportunities for small and minority-owned businesses. So, what can you tell me is bad about that? You know, I like to toe the line. I don't like to be on this side or that side, right? So, this is how I work. I don't have to like you. But if what you're doing is of something of morality, if it's something good, if you can convince me that what you're doing is something that's good like that, and show me, convince me. I have no choice but to say, you know what? I don't like you on a personal level, but I gotta at least agree with what you're doing. So you can't tell me this doesn't sound like something good. What's bad about this? Nothing. There's nothing bad about this at all. But you know what? People will find things bad regardless, because they're not dealing with what's going on as far as like actions, which they always say actions speak louder than words, right? No, we're too caught up with he's racist, everything's racist, he cheated on his taxes, he cheated on his wife, he's a bigot, he's a male chauvinist, all this stuff, right? Yet to be proved, or colluded with Russia. All these things that they talk about, none of it's been proven. None of it's been proven. All it is just a bunch of junk from all these media outlets. They all say the same thing. All the same narrative. But does that make it right? No, it don't. They're following a plan. The whole plan is get him out of office. And he's bad. Orange man bad. All that junk. But they can't prove anything at all, which is the thing that's crazy. So, all right. So he signs the executive order. And, everything's good. Everything's hunky-dory. But, the president, CEO of Goya decides to thank President Trump in person. And that's where things went south. Because you ain't supposed to do that. You can't go out here and tell Trump, or you can't make people know that you actually care or like Trump, because that's he evil. That's the devil. The racist. Can't let nobody know that. You rocking with Trump? Oh, hell no. Nah, we ain't feeling that. The man showed his gratitude. He was happy. So now everybody wanted to boycott Goya. Like, oh, boycott Goya. Oh, I ain't eating no more Goya. I don't know about you. I love Goya. I'm sorry. And it feels good to be free. And when I say free, I mean like it feels good to go out and eat whatever you want. When people was flipping on Chinese people, I was like, for what? Even if this, let's just say for talking that, what if, the virus or whatever came from China? Does that mean you don't patronize Chinese people now? So now Chinese people they cancel because of that? If they're American, if they're in America, that doesn't mean I'm going to China to go eat Chinese food. And then also, well, don't y'all remember through history? Remember when it was the same thing with the Japanese? We was all on this derogatory stuff towards the Japanese at one point. But I bet you some sushi, hibachi eating cats now, aren't you? Yeah, same thing. It's like there's always some sort of discrimination going on with every group. We all go through it, it seems like. We had it with the black and white. Then it went to the Japanese. Japanese was supposed to be so evil or whatever like that. And then after that, then it went to the what the heck is this thing on here? After the Japanese, then I think the Jewish at one point. And then now, it's back to black and white again. Like, what is going on? What do y'all want? Why would anybody want racism? Why would somebody want that? It don't make any sense at all. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to post up the picture with Trump signing the bill, the executive order. I'm going to also post up what I just read to you about what he's saying that the order is going to be called and everything like that. So that way, you'll know that I'm not just blowing smoke to you. But something got to change. Something got to change. I don't even know how to bring this all together now, because it's like all these things happening at once. But we got to curb this racism thing. We have to. We got to curb this thing with everything that every event that happens between black and white, the white person's got to be the person that's wrong all the time. That's impossible. It's not like that. The person that's white can't always be wrong. The person that's black can't always be wrong. Do you know they even changed the definition of racism? Look it up if you don't believe me. It's different. It's not the way it was. If you can find it, I don't think you even find it now. Look at the definition of racism from, say, go back about 4 years. And then look at the current definition. Not the same. Even when the definition of homophobia, it went from what was it? See, now I'm getting the new definition mixed up with the old one. But basically, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, okay, I got it. First, it was like a sort of like a fear or hatred or something like that. And then now it's like a fear, like you feel like you're scared. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't care what your sexual preference is. If you got a problem with me, you got a problem with me. You could be any sex or whatever, any sexual preference. That's nothing to do with what your issue would be with me personally. You know? No. And I know I went over my time already now. I'm like, I try to keep within 20 minutes. I just couldn't do it. I'm probably at a half an hour, I guess. But now I'm going to cut it off. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check me out with my crew, the 4 YouTubers of the apocalypse. We're trying to do a video every week, just like how I'll do one every Monday. And we're gonna have a separate channel for that, so I'll have the link for that in my description, so you can just click on it. In the meantime, you can see the first episode on this channel. Cause I still have that. I had that one here. I didn't put that video to the 4 YouTubers of the apocalypse channel yet. I didn't put that one on there. I don't even know if I am. I mean, like, from here on out, we're gonna have it on that channel separately. So, but thank you for your time. If you stayed to this, this long to the end, hopefully you did, and hopefully learned some things. So remember, faith, health, wealth, success.